Yo. Check it out. It is another episode of the MPP. I am here with my lovely co-host, Keyla and Tariq. How is everybody doing today?
Hey y'all. Thanks though.
Yo, deadass. We eating on peaches and eggplants today. That's the name of the episode too. Oh, shout out Nudie.
Facts though.
But yeah, it's great to be back actually on this beautiful Wednesday. What is it? July 17th?
Today is July 12th.
Yeah.
What?
Please spare me a week, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I've been jumping into the future, bro. I've been time traveling lately, so.
Oh yeah?
That's
how you feeling?
Y'all gotta
time traveling.
So hold on. All right, before we get into everything, I seen this crazy thing, and I should have sent it to y'all, but I was just like, it was those late hours where you just get deep in the depths of Instagram, right? But anyway, it said they released documents from I believe it was like 83 from the CIA, right? And it was talking about people being able to like locate by like, bro, it was crazy. They can locate somebody else with their mind and you can like see them visually. So, and it was actually achievable. The CIA was running tests and like these documents got leaked. So anyway, the way they showed that you do it is you put on headphones, right? And you have to play this certain like sound frequency. And literally like it will put your mind to the state where you're able to travel outside of your body.
Yeah, because of the vibrations that are going on in your brain, like when that's all you're listening to, that's what basically takes over, and so they basically like hypnotize you to a point where you're on a different plane, like that.
And it was
what
they
I
were
was
talking
thinking.
about how
That's
it was
crazy,
achievable, and like they didn't want this information to get out to because they didn't want it to get into the wrong hands of people and stuff like that, but. That shit is achievable. Like they literally said it, and they ran human social tests and all this other crazy shit.
Damn, I wish you would have sent that article.
I gotta find it. Huh?
So good.
Yeah, but like that's the craziest thing. It's like if you could do that in your dream, like have lucid dreaming, they're actually talking about controlling it and telling you how to start it up and use it as a tool. Mm-hmm. Like that's wild, bro. Like
so I can sleep and think that thing. I can be awake and think.
You can be in a different, like, yeah, literally, like, sleep in your room improv and be somewhere else.
That's the first one.
That shit was crazy. I'm dead ass. But anyway, so today, since I'm with my Haitian brethren, right, Tariq? Ça passe, right?
Not blue.
Okay, there we go. Shout out Chef Ann, too. Anyway.
Thanks.
I have rum babincourt. That's what I have today. It is a Haitian rum, and I hope everybody is ready to enjoy it. I got it for my birthday. From my girlfriend, yeah.
Nice.
From her family.
Nice. Love
Did you
that.
tell her family you're Haitian?
No.
Oh, okay. They
Why?
just go to a Haitian rum.
They be drinking everything. They be drinking, Cape Verdean
Yeah,
Haitian. Y'all are Cape Verdean Haitian. You Cape Verdean
Haitian.
Haitian.
Haitian, baby.
It's a deadly mix, bro. Like, what the fuck?
This is the first time I ever
Especially
had.
when it comes to, like, liquor.
This is the first time I ever had a Haitian rum too. I
For real?
had it. Yeah, no, I never had it.
Your dad never put you on?
He's never had. He don't drink rum.
Really?
You guys just taking straight shots. Oh yeah.
Pull up! Did you want a chaser?
We about to have the voodoo flow.
Is you asking for a chaser right now? Is that
I'm
what
about to have the voodoo flowing through us today.
Nah, but
It's all good. You just
I got
presenting
juice.
that alcohol. I'm good.
I got juice.
What kind of juice you got?
I'm good.
Oh, y'all want juice?
No, what kind of juice you got?
I just wanted to take a shot because it was my birthday week.
Pour it up.
Like, can we
Yeah,
at
now
least
you
take a
right.
shot?
You right. Because if it was for your birthday, you and I didn't get to take a shot. So
Yeah.
let's take a shot together. I got you.
Very true. I took one with you because you passed out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice little shot, feel me?
Nice little shotty shot.
Exactly, nothing crazy. Like,
Nice little shotty shot.
you feeling? We can play a little game too, like a little drinking game throughout the show if you want. Like, I don't know.
Drinking game.
Yeah.
What we gonna play?
I don't know. I don't drink, so y'all.
I was just about to say, bro, you don't even drink. For you to be suggesting drinking game.
Why the hell my shot like smaller than everyone?
Alright, I forgot. You're Haitian. Here.
He said, fill me up. Pour that shit up.
It's like,
Pour more in my cup.
there you go. That's
It was a drop.
Yeah, it really was, but alright.
That was a big boy shot. What do you mean?
Cheers, y'all.
Alright, y'all ready?
Cheers it up.
Let's go!
Happy birthday, Drewski.
Happy birthday, Drewski. You like it? It's
Happy
smooth.
birthday.
It's smooth. It's smooth.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
See?
It's actually on the sweeter side. Like, it's actually really sweet. And you get the sweetness at the end. After the little bit of burn from the alcohol goes away in the back, the sweetness on the tip of your tongue right away. Crazy. That was crazy. That's nice.
Yeah, special edition.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
That's nice.
Right, though, Ricky?
See, y'all was low key judging at first. Y'all were, because you wanted juice off rip.
I wasn't
And then you
judging
tasted it. And you tasted it. No, not me. The drink.
The drink.
You can never judge me. Come on. You okay?
Love that
Anyway.
confidence, bro. Yes.
But yeah, this is definitely. I think this is my second time trying it. The first time I
Nice.
think I actually had it with Fritz, when he put me on.
Cool.
First time trying it took me out because of course you know they were going back to back to back shots.
Oh, I think you did.
Wait, this is from 2019.
Mhm.
Dope. Nice.
It's been Asian too.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. It's fucking dope, dude.
But yeah, I do like that. That is definitely like a good special occasion drink. But I can definitely see that in a mixed drink too as well. What mixed drink? I don't know because my plethora of drinks isn't that vast. But what would you put it in?
I mean, something a little bit more on the sweeter side, I would say. I mean, honestly, automatically thought of like maybe something with vanilla, maybe like caramel, like a salted caramel type of drink, maybe even something like frozen, do something
Like
a
a
little
frozen
different.
treat. What would
Yeah, yeah.
you do? I'd put that in like a slushy too.
Yeah, frozen. That
Like
sounds
a
fire.
frozen drink. That's
Right?
like a mango
Yeah, or like a mango, like
slush.
yeah, peach something maybe.
Yeah, probably something with like a little more acid, just kind of cut down like
Yep.
on like the
Some of the
harshness a
sweetness.
little.
Yep, and the yep.
Mango.
Sweetness, a little acidity. We might have to
Nah,
try
that shit
that.
feels good in the stomach though. I like that.
I'm feeling good.
Hell yeah. If we take
Good.
like 3 more shots, niggas is gonna be sweating. Way you move your body, it's so perfect. I'm all on your body, make you nervous. For real. But let's go ahead and do the weekends.
Let's get that shit.
Tariq, how you feeling?
Bro,
Let's get juice for Tariq. Tariq looks like he needs some juice. You want some juice?
yeah, I'll take some juice.
Alright, I'll be right back, alright?
I'll take some juice while I explain my weekend.
Yeah,
It was cool, I guess. It was fine. We was at Red Lounge for the first time. First official time. It was okay. It was pretty dead
Yeah.
for the first week. It takes time. I can't rush it, but yeah, it kind of sucked.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, we didn't really have like thorough like advertisements, like the videos I just showed you guys and stuff like that. So I mean, all this week we'll be doing a lot of that more. Getting banners together, stuff like that. So I mean,
Yeah.
it was fine. It was cool. Just things we got to work on and stuff, just to get people in there. We do have a day party this Sunday with DJ B1, which would be dope. No, so excuse me. So there was like it's been pretty dead for like just at night as well. But they had their DJ battle this week on Friday. I walked out at like 11:30 after finished cleaning everything. And it was pretty lit in there. Like
Yeah.
they had it jumping, and they had like the battle going on. I was like, damn, all right.
They gotta push the food more than if they got the spot jumping, then
Well,
they gotta
it
push
was-
the food more.
It's again, it's just because it was the first week. We kind of started late on like.
We're gonna drink that.
I'm all set. Thank you. No, I'm good. Nas, do you want some juice?
No, baby, I got one.
Anyway, where were we?
No, it's more of like we just didn't really have we did videos and pictures Friday of like everything, so it's kind of like we're getting out late, so it kind of sucked that we did.
Right.
But even then, it's kind of just like, how can we just get more? Because they want to like push like people being outside too, because they have this huge backyard outside area. So it's like, how can we get people to come out and just be outside and stuff? So I mean, it's just that, just getting food out. Because I mean, they tried the food on Friday. It was like, yo.
Yeah, but hell yeah, of course.
Like,
So,
you know,
so
you're
you know it's not the food. It's
It's
not
not.
the food. It's just like,
Right.
just pushing it more. Just
Yeah, exactly.
getting people in.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But I mean, besides that, I mean, it was cool. I mean, I got to talk to them. It was kind of while I was down and kind of clean a little more, try to like get it to how I want it to be at least. Like I drank one of the fryers this week and just like straight scrub the hell out of it on Saturday
As you
night.
should, yeah.
And
You needed that.
literally like at one point like Saturday, like I was talking to the owner Jordan, and then I went inside and I was just looking around like waiting for something to happen. And I just like took a rag and started like wiping something down, and Victor came and he was like, "Damn, you cleaning? You cleaning again?" I'm like, "Hey, they said in school, if you can lean, you can clean. You got time to lean, you got time to clean." So, but I mean, so I mean, yeah, that's funny. But I mean, nah, it's gonna work. We got time. We got time. And the biggest thing too is because like it's summertime, we're gonna be going right into football season. So you already know like. Once people see like, oh snap, the wings are fire.
Yeah, that's true though.
One thing about Shariki, love him some sports, bro.
But that's also a big thing too, because it's like, especially for bars where it's like, if something's happening, like you can go heavy on promoting that stuff too. So like football Sundays, automatically wings are.
I just always remember. Yeah, so it's football Sunday, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Yo, you be ready. Like, what are you doing after the show? Watching football.
Right, literally. Every season.
Don't bother me.
Every season.
Saturday, college football. Sunday, football. Alright, don't bother me. But I mean, that's gonna be a big thing too, because they're getting all like new stuff outside too. So like,
perfect. All the
if people start coming in and see, like, trying all this stuff now, by September, it's gonna be like, we're in there, we're already in there. Don't worry about it. And then you already know soccer's right there when football season. So then once that stuff starts happening, World Cup and all that, it's gonna be. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
World Cup comes in 2026.
2026, yeah.
But Jersey and LA and
everywhere.
Yeah.
Gillette's gonna be the
Gillette's getting one. What?
Gillette's
I'll go to Gillette. I don't even have to go to Jersey.
Yeah, Gillette's one of the stadiums.
Say that.
And then Sunday we was at the CD Festival.
There you go.
We was at the Cape Verdean Festival at Indian Point Park, and it was packed. That stuff was crowded. I was like, God damn. But it was cool. My mom made some good money. Sold a lot of shit.
Was it more packed than last year?
It was. But also last year I didn't walk around. Like this year, me and I was actually walking around because we was like hungry. We wanted to find some food or something to see what everyone had. But I didn't walk around last year. And what I also did was I printed out flyers and menus for the lounge and like the menu and stuff like that. And I was passing them out.
You're gonna start getting mad. People come.
So
that's
a great ass move.
Yeah, it was smart as hell.
Right there.
And because
that's the most traffic you're probably gonna get this whole month.
Literally.
Over in that one place.
Yep.
So you know how I have like the meal prep flyers where it's like the front and the back and stuff like that, with the menu and the pictures and stuff. Victor was like, "Yo, I'm gonna do the same thing with the menu. I'm gonna have your menu on one side, the cocktail and hookahs on the other side." So he was like, "Yo, send me that link. I'm gonna do the same thing, so we could just pass them out." I was like, "Yo, literally, I just pass them out." Like when I'm doing Uber and like I'm actually having a conversation with somebody now, like telling them I'm a chef. That's literally like the first thing
right
I got.
away. You're like,
Yeah, here's my card. Dang. So
right away.
So like so that was like another thing too. But
yeah, no.
Sunday Cape Verdean Festival. Yeah, it was crowded, but I mean it was good. It was cool. But yeah, I mean
nice.
that was basically my weekend.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My weekend was good too. Pretty productive. Got some things done. I worked an event last week at what did I do? I can't even remember.
That Batman quick got you fucked up.
No, bro. Remember, I have to look at my. That's my
calendar.
That's what I was gonna do. What did I do last weekend?
I don't know.
I didn't do too much, honestly. Like I did work an event in Boston at the Boston Winery. No wait, that was 2 weeks ago. What did I do last weekend?
Oh my god. Were you chilling with Shorty?
I was, but
What did y'all do?
I was up in Salem.
This past weekend?
This past weekend, I think. Yeah, actually, that's what I ended up doing.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I did. Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
was
be
out
there for
there.
Halloween?
Yeah, probably.
I want to do something out
Yeah,
there again.
we'll see.
Nigga,
Yeah.
it's summertime. You
Yeah.
wait on Halloween.
He's already there.
I love that. That's my favorite season.
We know.
Right.
We know. You said it like every
I
week.
love that shit.
Right. No, but literally.
Is it autumn yet?
Right. Are we past this fucking heat? Like,
No.
Let's
not
not.
yet.
Let's
We're
not.
just starting
That
it for
heat
real.
wave about to hit.
hit so hard,
Please,
bro.
let's just stay
so
right
hot. Crazy.
Bro, this shit is hotter than last year.
Oh my god.
No bully.
But yeah, so just chill, got some things done that I needed
Watch.
to get done. Prepared myself for the week this week. I'm kind of busy so far. This weekend coming up, I'll be up in Boston. So I'll be doing a little bit more out there, and then yeah, just continuing to plan some events. Actually, you guys were talking about sports earlier. One of the meetings that I had earlier was talking about some sports events, so that's something to look forward to in the future, in the near future. Yeah, too. So yeah, let's get it.
Say that.
Cannabis events and shit,
No
you
cap.
know, gotta get to it.
I like that. That's the vibe.
Oh, yo, and Nazir tried to go to Sports and Leisure on the weekend,
Mhm.
and he said he didn't get in.
That's
Damn.
I got it. Demetrius.
Damn.
Why didn't Demetrius go?
Because he got a fake. You know what I'm
Wow.
What?
Right.
I was like, dang, I should have told you that. We got the hookup. We could have told Chef Kenny or something. I
Right.
don't know if you really would have got in.
It's so crazy too though, because the other day, somebody that we went to school with, Tariq, actually, they sent me a message. It was it was like an industry night, like a cannabis like event that was happening there,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh shit, like this is dope as fuck. Like I need to go, but I just couldn't go because it was such short notice. I was like, fuck.
It was at Sports and Leisure.
But it was at Sports and Leisure, and I was like, that's dope. I know a fucking chef there. I was like, that's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. What's wrong with you?
The mini cons.
So, my weekend was laying low because of last weekend. And
You
I
went too
definitely
hard.
had to-
I was about to say, what was last weekend? But
You went so hard for your birthday?
Yeah, that was just like not okay. But yeah, it was a pretty good lay low weekend. I watched all Transformers.
Did you watch the new one?
No, not yet. I have to watch that one. I got all the way to last night. Bro, last night is trash.
Yeah.
That one was super trash. I was just like, yo, what am I watching right now?
No, we were talking about it the other day, like, yo.
It's a movie?
Yeah, so you remember with Shia LaBeouf and he was doing all the Transformer movies
Yeah.
and stuff, and then it switches over and it's Mark Wahlberg, and then he starts taking over and stuff, and then it goes into like, the last night was the one I left off on because I've seen Bumblebee and then I've seen like everything else, but I haven't seen the newest one. But it's just like, bro, like that shit was trash. Anyway,
Damn. That sucks.
after that, I just pretty much just did what she did, just chilled with Shorty.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Getting shit done.
No cap, getting a lot of shit done actually. I was trying to refinance my car so I can lower my car payments monthly. And yeah.
Screw
No,
it.
okay. No, alright. I have a problem with you.
What?
You
I don't
and your
have a
damn
problem
job.
with you.
What about my job?
Bro, so I had to renew my insurance. And it jumped up like $200 basically. And I said, what the hell is this? So I called and I said, yeah, like, why did it jump up so high? And I need to change the car. They're like, yo, what the hell is this? Like, explain to me. They're like, yeah, because, you know, car parts are just so high right now.
I'm
Everything's just so,
screaming.
it's just so high since the
Everything's so much more
pandemic.
expensive.
And, you know, just accidents in your
Yeah,
area. And I'm saying, I said, okay, all these accidents in my area, that has nothing to do with me.
Literally.
I didn't get into a car accident. It should go down. I'm not the one doing this. And they're like, yeah, you know, it's just, you know, really hard for everybody, you know, and just in all areas. I'm just like, I don't give a damn about all areas.
That's where you're going off right now.
Bro, and then
About
I
car
seen,
insurance.
bro, and I seen a car accident yesterday while I was Ubering on North Main. And if you know the Domino's on North Main, there was a parked car. The other car was like this.
Oh my god.
How could you even do that? There's not enough room on that street. I'm like, and this is why my damn insurance is through the roof.
There you go, Tariq. You solved that by yourself.
Bro, I work for them and I can't even afford the insurance.
No, but right though.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Bro, where's the discount?
The discounts, I work for them and my discounts don't even do anything, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Oh
This
my
is
god.
horrible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you try to go to another insurance company and like, all of them refer you to Progressive, bro.
Because it's
They're
so
always,
always
because this is like, no, this is like their hood. Like, they just run Rhode Island, I feel. I try to go to Allstate, I try to go to State Farm, I try to go anywhere else to get insurance, bro. Everybody was just like, yeah, like enter in your information here, and then they just spam you with a bunch of shit. And then after, you're just like, alright, let me follow through with one of these applications. Follow through, and they're just like, yeah, we're redirecting you, and then they're like, oh, we found somebody that will help you, and it'd be like Progressive, and you're like, fuck.
I'm screaming.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And you just spent like a good 45 minutes on
What
your
the
phone
fuck, dude?
just
No
fucking
way.
entering in information, looking for your wallet.
You
and
need
shit.
to talk to somebody directly. To
Bro,
all of
like,
these.
it's crazy.
Bro,
Like,
worth it. She's like, bro, give me my discount, half off.
So what my discount is, I don't even know how I can say this, but like, I guess I can say this. The discount is if you have a policy with Progressive and you work for Progressive, depending on if you have a 6-month policy or a 12-month policy. If you have a 6-month policy and you complete it all the way, you get $50 back. They refund you $50. If you have a 12-month policy and you fully fulfill it while working with Progressive, they refund you $100.
So if you work there for 6 months, if you complete 6 months, but you pay $1,000 in insurance, you get $50 back. Even though you paid $950. That is such a scam, bro.
You know how many people I deal with on the phone and literally say that every day? They're
Screaming
like,
it. Yeah.
insurance is a scam.
It
They're
is.
scamming me. And it's like, I get that and I understand, but I'm here to help you with your car. I'm not policy services. Like, I'm
Right.
not those people. What I do is I'm like the detective, pretty much, behind who the hell is lying in this
Like, what's
accident.
going on?
Like, what's going on? Like, give me your VIN. I
Not
need
the
every
detective.
information. Exactly. Like, that's how I explain it to my customers.
Right.
And like, literally, I
That's
always
a
be
great
like,
way of explaining that.
for real, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just the detective. Like, if you are asking about how your insurance is gonna jump up by how much money, I can transfer you to policy services. Like, I can do that kind of. Like, I can click just one button and send you there. Like, literally. Like, just let me know. Like, for real, but nah. It is crazy though. Like how insurance really is. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
like a maybe.
Yeah.
Literally, you're paying for a maybe.
Yeah.
And it's just like, maybe it will happen, maybe it doesn't. And most of the time, like, it doesn't happen. But like out here, I guess it does happen with people
Right.
because I get calls every single day talking about, I crashed my car. And it's like, okay, like where did you crash your car?
Like what happened?
What happened? Exactly. Bro, it's crazy.
Mhm.
But there's some wild shit too that you hear like from time to time. Like there'll be like fatalities and shit. You just
Oh. Whoa.
I'd be like, yeah, this is above my pay grade. So I'm messing with
Facts though, right? Like Jesus Christ. That's not most you gotta go home with.
No cap. I'm like, nah.
Deals.
I'm not trying to fuck up my day to day.
Deals.
Just done that.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. But when they took me to the salvage yard, remember that? And I was posting on my story.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I posted that shit on my story, and people were like, yo, is that your car? Like, and I was just like, nah, but it was this car that was fucked up. And I was walking, you know me, I'm like looking all examining
Like
and
walking
shit.
off and shit.
And like the dude, he was just like, yeah, and I looked in there and I was just like, what the hell, is that a shoe? And then I seen like blood on the airbag, no bullshit. I seen blood on the airbag. And I literally turned around and I looked at the dude that was there doing the tour with us. And I was just like, is there a shoe in there and blood? And he was like, oh yeah, you're on fatality row. Like all these are fatalities. And I was looking at all of them and I was just like, bro, it is crazy
That's scary.
to see
Bro.
what the fuck can happen to you in a car, bro. Like, shit will crunch up on you like a fucking box if you are not paying attention. Some of these people literally just hit deer. And like
That's
not
crazy.
like shit crazy, bro.
That's great. And deer are like that's something that happens a lot out here. Because Rhode Island is so small and it's like so dense, but it has a lot of forest still. There's a lot of deer and wild animals just out in the open. I mean, like the turkeys that we see all the time.
I'd be like, where the
I mean,
fuck are y'all coming from?
Yeah, literally, like I've definitely seen like coyotes and shit like in the roads too, or heard about them.
No,
like, especially more
that's
down
a fact
south.
too. She's not lying.
Because southern Rhode Island is very dense and like wild.
There was one time, no bullshit, I was out here. It was like, I want to say this was about 4 years ago now.
Nature, I should say.
And I went to somebody's Airbnb because they came out here to visit in Prague and they were staying out there. And we're literally like out on this like patio deck, but it was like on a rooftop, and we're smoking and just chilling. But you can see the street and you can see the park across the street and everything. Bro, I literally see 3 fucking coyotes just darting down the street, the middle of the fucking street. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And I looked, and at first I thought it was dogs, like regular dogs. But then I was just like, why are they like in a pack? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then they literally just stopped, and a car came onto the street and shined the light on them, and I seen them, and I was just like, whoa, those are coyotes.
Oh,
And they just darted into the woods. But yeah, that's no bullshit. You really,
No bullshit. Yeah,
those
deer
coyotes really be out here.
Yeah.
I don't understand like, why they be in the city like part, but like they be out here.
It's just becoming so much more populated, like we're taking so much of their territory. They kind of are obligated to, they don't really have anywhere to go, like this is what they're exploring, you know?
Shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
Nah, that shit's actually
Damn.
fucked up, bro. Humans
Oh,
are
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, humans are fucked.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, that was my weekend.
Nice.
And
You actually didn't do lineup, so we don't actually know what order we're going in. So
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
So who's first? Who's second?
And I'm last, bro. We went over this.
You definitely didn't do this.
Yes, he did. Cause I knew that I was going next. Like it was about to be my turn.
Bro, dead ass. We really went over this. Yo, that's
not paying
crazy.
attention.
You really didn't pay attention this time.
No.
Yes,
Nah.
he did, Tony.
I can't even confirm. Nah, didn't you hear me go over lineup?
Yeah.
That's just,
See?
no, see, that's just like
See?
look
Nah, bro.
Look.
Hey yo.
Jesus.
Hey yo.
I can't. I fucking can't.
Hey,
I fucking can't. Like what I showed you.
Alright, go ahead. Jesus.
But anyway, here's
Screaming. I mean, so today what I'm gonna talk about is it kind of goes hand in hand with what we used to talk about, just like in regards to like people, right? And like human beings, and then like kind of not them knowing who they are, you know, or like being able to like stand their ground or just like find that true inner self, you know, to be able to not have to live through a lot of these things, you know, like tragedies such as those. I mean, sometimes that shit just happens, but like regardless, you know, just I feel like trying to be a better human being so that you can have more of a chance, if you will, here on this like earth and, you know, during this time that we're alive, because I mean, that's what I kind of feel like life is, at least to me, you know. But I wanted to go over the 4 agreements. So the 4 agreements are basically 4 commandments, if you will, right? And they're written by this man. His name is Don Miguel Ruiz. And so he basically uses like wisdom, if you will, from the like ancient Toltec wisdom, I guess. And you know, he kind of bubbles it down to what life should be like, or like what are the 4 rules that we should really ultimately in our life like put into practice so that we can almost be bulletproof to our exterior while knowing ourselves so deeply in our interior, you know? So I'm gonna read the back of it. In the 4 agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz reveals the source of self-limiting beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. Based on ancient Toltec wisdom, the 4 agreements offer a powerful code of conduct that can rapidly transform our lives to a new experience of freedom, true happiness, and love. It's very inspiring, honestly. The first time I had heard about this book also, but the first time that I actually read it was when I joined a book club during the pandemic, and that was really awesome. The girl that was leading it, there I like glued or not glued. I taped the little note that she put in the book, and like the little gift bag or gift box that the books came in, and it said this book is about self-awareness. Write down quotes that are significant to you. Leave them inside your book or stick them at your work desk or fridge. Remind yourself every day to be better than yesterday. And then she said, see you soon, XOXO Alyssa, which honestly I love that she like tried to do this, and it was just like during that time frame it was like so hard to, you know what I mean? But regardless, let's go right into what the 4 agreements are. So the first one is be impeccable with your word. The second one is don't take anything personally. The third one is don't make assumptions. And the fourth one is always do your best. Just by reading these, you know, what these are, basically, like, how do you guys feel? What does that make you think? Talk to me.
Don't take anything personal. I have definitely found that a very, very important thing in life, because sometimes you do have to just take a step back and accept personal criticism. And a lot of people aren't okay with the truth. And sometimes you just need to, like I just said, don't take things so personal. Like, don't be so anal. Don't be so uptight. You know what I mean? Like, accept new things. Like, I don't know, just open your mind more than what you are just seeing. I feel like some people have a lot of tunnel vision, and it's like there's more to life than just what you see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So like, yeah, don't take things personally.
I love that stood out to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
To read you.
Always do your best. I mean, like I said, with you know, this week at Ramadan, you know, it was slow, but it's like, you know, we're doing our best. We're working on things that's gonna work for us in the future. So it's all right. This didn't work. Let's try something else. You know, doing different things. That's, you know, you can't give up on. That's all it is. You know.
Yeah.
We've done. I mean, 3 years of business. We've all seen things work. We've seen things not work. And I mean, not taking things personal. I feel like with business, it's a little harder. I mean, everything you said is all true, honestly. But in my opinion, or things I've seen, it's like it's a little hard to like not take things personal, especially because if you're so passionate about it, it's like it's hard when it's like things are getting across, or like people are saying things they don't want to hear, don't want to hear something. So it's always like it's hard not to do it, but it's like that's something where it's like you do have to take a step back and kind of just, all right, let's listen to each other and see how can we do our best with each other going forward, basically. So.
Right, and that can even go deeper too, like beyond listening to each other is then reflecting on that and being able to listen from within, right? And understand where this other person is coming from, understand your point of view, kind of how you're coming, and like in what way, you know, like it can happen, or you know, whatever the positive result of that situation is, like you know, that kind of being that end goal. So I'm gonna get into each one of these a little bit more. So the first one, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. I feel like I love this one in a very specific way, because people sometimes don't listen to what they're saying, you know, and that also goes back to what I just said, right? It's like, yeah, sometimes, and again, we live in such like fast lives that sometimes we have a million things going on in our head, and the response that we're giving in that moment is really not super thorough, you know? I feel like, I mean, I know that that's something that happens to me all the time. And that's why I also, whenever I'm faced with like a situation of maybe, if you will, conflict, or just like disagreement of sorts, or just seeing things from two different perspectives, it's like I don't really like to answer back right away. Like I need to take some time to process and understand like kind of how I'm gonna go about things. But you know, it's also just like how we speak to ourselves, because it's not just about what you're saying to the external world, but also what you're saying to yourself, right? So like just being impeccable, I feel like is something that it even, you know, like describes like me and my business too, you know, and I know that all of you guys can relate to that. I mean, Drewski, which in photography is like the details, you know, it's like you gotta be very, very specific to read what, you know, sometimes certain ingredients or how you're using the technique and whatever you're creating. It's like you have to be very precise with what you're saying. So I like that this one, you know, is in here, and it's the first one because it's the main source of how we communicate is our language, right? The second one, now they don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you're immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. And I want to start off on this one before I open it up to you guys, because I mean, I feel like you might have some more things you want to say since this one kind of hits you the most. But this is actually something that like I had to remind myself of just today, because I got in a situation earlier where it's just like the conditioning of life sometimes doesn't allow us to see that our actions can be toxic towards others, right? And like it also, it's just like that self-projection part, man, that shit is crazy, because it's like you're showing me how you feel about yourself. And I'm telling you how you feel about yourself, but you don't accept that. But you're still trying to bring me down because of that.
Folder.
How do I accept that? I don't, you know?
Folders.
Yeah. Folders. Yeah. Yeah.
Folders.
Yeah.
Folders. That's the name of it. So.
Yeah, no, but I feel like this is something that I have to deal with on a daily basis, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
Because like other people like project themselves onto you a lot. I feel like a lot. Like
Again, that happens in business all the time. It's people tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't be doing, but majority of them don't even have a business to where they know why you're doing it.
right.
Basically.
And also on another note that resonates with me, don't take anything personally. There was, I don't know, growing up, my parents always used to say like, whenever like we would feel down or some shit, they'd be like, yo, people are gonna talk shit until the day you die. So like, it don't matter what you do out here, they still won't do it. So you might as well just do what you want and do it with pride. You know what I mean? Like do it with confidence. So like, I don't know. I always that's why it kind of resonates with me in a different way too, because it's like that's kind of what helped me model too. Is just like fuck it, like just go out there and do that shit. Like,
Yeah, because people are always gonna say what they have to say.
Like,
First, exactly.
and like every time I post some shit, like of course everybody flaming me or some shit like that, but it's just like it's funny. It's whatever. It's like I don't really care, because at the end of the day, like this is what I fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's just you. Like it's what you like to do.
Like, yeah, so like I don't know, like.
Yeah.
People gonna talk shit till the day you die, for real.
Exactly.
So like, just do what you gotta do.
Yup.
Like, fuck it.
Exactly.
What is that J. Cole verse? Fucking what you eat don't make me shit, and what you fuck don't make me fuck.
Yup. Just
That
like
ass
that.
is just like that.
Exactly. So the third one is obviously don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. That's right off the bat. Like, I feel like that's something that everybody kind of does, you know?
Don't
Like,
assume.
yeah.
I don't assume, bro.
No.
Cap.
Right, cap as fuck.
Name one assumption I've
'Cause-
ever made. Goes back on the real and every moment of the Zoom. Bro, deadass. Nah.
But even just beyond that, I feel like we don't ask enough questions.
Yeah.
We don't really express what we want. You know,
We just
we
be
don't.
in our own
We can't
heads.
communicate with people, and that goes hand in hand with the first one is be impeccable with your word. It's like if you don't understand, like you can't make assumptions about things. You have to ask questions. You have to, you know, have this language of like trying to get to something to understand who this person is, so you can know how to navigate a situation. It's like if you're looking beyond that, you can't see that. Like it's just not gonna be there. And then the last one, always do your best. So your best is going to change from moment to moment, obviously. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regrets. I feel like this is something that I hold very dear to myself because sometimes I feel like I haven't gotten as far as I should. But I know that I've gotten so much further than so many other people, and I'm like so proud of myself for that. And I have people around me that remind me that of every day and things that happen and opportunities that arise. But like, it's just like coming down to the fact of just like, you know, being able to avoid that self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Like when I have those moments of like, I'm talking down on myself, I'm like, for what reason? Because I have X, Y, and Z that I've done that's so much better than that, and it's like I'm doing everything that I can in my power to be the best person that I can be because I'm not a bad person. You know, like I don't vibrate on a low level, and I always do everything to the best of my abilities with the best intention in my heart so that I can get that back from the universe, and I do every single day. I am currently, I mean, we wouldn't be here in this room right now if we all weren't like that, for real.
Bitch.
Because that is like, we're different from everybody else, but
That's on the what?
that's on the what? Actually, I should ask
That's
you.
on the what? What's that
Yeah.
on?
Just like that.
That's on the set. Stop playing. I don't vibe on a low vibe, bitch.
No low vibes over here, bitch.
Bitch.
Just
Say
like
it.
that.
What's wrong with you?
Come on.
No low vibes, people. No low vibes.
Here we go,
Alright,
kids
so
vibe version.
that's mine. Not the explicit version.
No cap.
The fucking,
Parental advisory.
there we go.
PG version.
PG version.
Viewers discretion is advised. Should be
But yeah, y'all, so that's my topic. The 4 agreements, I definitely recommend going out and purchasing this book. It's an amazing, quick read, honestly. It's not that much.
How many hours?
How many hours?
How many hours do I have to put in? It's just like a video game. It has so many hours.
I mean,
till
it
finish
depends
that
on how
bitch.
fast you read.
Drew, when was the last time you read a book?
The last time I read a book, no bullshit, was about fucking college.
So, I challenge you to this.
I read that book. I read like the first 2 chapters.
It has 129 pages. If you figure out how, like, what
Bro,
your
what?
average
I
speed
could
is
read
on
that shit.
reading,
That
then
shit
you're good.
is like a solid hour. That's an hour.
Solid
book.
hour. There
That's
you
a
go.
solid hour book.
There you go.
You just read that shit, be straight.
Mhm.
You could do that in an hour? Nope. Yeah, how did you used to do on your star reading test?
I should actually read this over. Honestly, now that I'm thinking
Were you
about
good
it.
at reading and writing?
It was okay at reading. Honestly, I was okay at reading. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. So I mean,
When you would have to read in front of a class, would you be shook, like stuttering?
I would be nervous. I mean, I was stuttering a little, but I mean, I used to be.
Were you one of those, when they would do popcorn reading, would you be one of them niggas that was shook? Because there were those kids that was just shook as fuck.
Shook as AF.
They knew they couldn't read, nigga.
No.
So they're like, fuck, I read us, fuck.
No,
I'm like, raise your hand, bitch. I can read, raise your hand.
no, that was.
Nah, I'm just playing with you.
Can I end my
No,
thing on this?
no.
Our image of perfection is a reason we reject ourselves. It is why we don't accept ourselves the way we are, and why we don't accept others the way they are. But nothing is perfect.
Like how you said, no, she still kept going. She didn't care.
Give me my twinkles.
Damn, man took the twinkles on my day.
Give that shit to me myself.
Shit.
Like you don't be coming over here
Shit.
playing with the buttons when it's my week.
Anyway.
Tariq, is that true or not?
True, don't you say it.
I mean, it's true, but
True.
but Kayla be doing it, but then we press the
True, there
wrong
we go.
buttons too.
But I know my buttons.
That's the only one she knows. Everything else
I know it's not everything else I know. Stop
Bro,
playing
that
with me.
that
she knows her button and then Ayo button.
Hey yo, and then Lil Jon, and then this is clapping, right? Like this is clapping.
That was about it.
Which one's clapping? The yellow one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I fucking said. Y'all trying to play my.
What's this? What's this one?
No, I know one is like a basketball hoop. The swish one is supposed to be the purple one's the crickets now.
What the hell?
The basketball hoop, didn't y'all take that shit out? Like
This
the
is-
whoosh
this is
whoosh
the
or
blue. This is the blue.
oh okay, blue. And then what's the blue one? Cause the purple one is the crickets,
that's
right?
the
Oh, okay. Okay.
she said
The
that.
drums.
How long have we been doing this now?
30 episodes.
I thought there was one that was like which like a basketball switch or some shit. No?
What?
I don't know.
Rim
That's
shot.
a
No,
good
no.
one though. That's a
I
good
think
one
it's
though.
I think it's rim shot.
No, rim shot is the that's why she's thinking it's the
No, it's not. Play that shit right now. I want to hear the shit.
Hit the
I
button.
can't
Hit
even-
the
I can't
button
even
and
hear it,
and
though.
play it back. You just have to go. You just have to listen to it now.
No, wow.
But remember what time is it? What time is that on there? I'm gonna write it down right now.
46
minutes and
40
17 seconds.
46 minutes and 17 seconds. Stop
So,
trying to play
I'm
me.
gonna write that shit down.
We gon' 46 minutes and 17 motherfucking seconds. We gonna go back and listen to that shit.
She's gonna write that shit down.
Next
She's not
week,
playing.
I'm gonna come on here and be like, that was a rim shot. That's how I'm gonna start.
Hey yo, what the fuck? What is it? That was a rim shot. What the fuck is she
Screaming!
talking about? What the fuck is she talking about?
I'm dead.
Anyway. Tariq, Tariq! Tariq, Tariq!
Hi. Our word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is parcooking. All right. Parcooking. We should know about some parcooking,
I
huh?
know you have to par cook your rice when you're making risotto.
All right, leave it there. All right. Moving on.
Oh, now a nigga knows something, you wanna cut him off.
Yeah. Cut his feet. All right. No.
Dead.
Par cooking is a technique where you are partially cooking food that can be finished at a later time. Basically, this helps cut down on your cooking time. So like Drew just said, if you're doing risotto for service, you can parboil your rice real quick, just to a minimum time, so then you can kind of cut down on the time later, and you'll be fine. Examples of that, we just said it, rice. Rice is a big thing on par cooking. Also with rice, like risotto is one thing if you're doing it for services, but also when you do like rice pilaf, you're par cooking your like rice basically, kind of like toasting it, and then you're adding your water. So basically, like kind of like sautéing it a little bit.
Until it sounds like a tin can.
Exactly. So it's, before it's like kind of like popping together. So it's kind of like helping the cooking process basically.
The grain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wings. If if you cook it into the oven for a few minutes, just to kind of cook it like halfway, and then you cool it down, it'll be easier to fry a little bit later, just so it'll be crispy. You're not using flour and messing up your oil, and it just shortens the cooking time again.
Good part of that shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly, that's how I do my wings, especially for like restaurants and stuff,
You
like
can do
whatever.
Yeah, because it's
Par
easy to
cook is-
prep beforehand.
Exactly.
And then
You
know
just
what
par
to
cook
go.
it. You just cool it down, and now it's in the fridge. So now I get an order, bang, show it done.
Mhm.
Pasta
Mhm.
al dente. That's basically par cooking. Keep cooking it to a
Burn to the tooth.
literally to the tooth, and then reheating it when you need it.
Mhm. It's gonna continue to soften as you throw it on with everything else.
Exactly. And then you just said it, steaks, beefs. Those are big things, especially in like
Sear 'em
catering.
first, yeah.
Mhm.
Searing is basically an example of par cooking. Like we're browning it for a few minutes, and then we're finishing off in the oven. That cuts down on cooking time a lot.
Yep.
Not only
And-
does it give you more flavor from the pan from searing, but now your steak or your beef is gonna be done a lot faster basically.
And then you're also freeing up range space so you can continue with other orders that you have, and you're just creating like this effective flow of like making
Service,
sure that your
yeah.
food is, where it has to be.
Yep, definitely. And even in like catering, when you do like steaks for a plate-up, if you literally sear all your steaks and then you have those stuff that's already cooled off, when it's time for service, like to like start doing platings, and you just pop those in the oven real quick, like what, 20, 30 minutes, bang, now your steak's already done. So now you're not over here searing and then you set them off already, bang, so you're already good to go. So searing is a form of part cooking. It's like a partial part cooking, basically.
Croquettes.
Exactly. Yeah, you can literally do like part cooking for a lot of things, honestly.
Just like you have to be smart about what you're doing and how to handle it. Like
Can't par cook fish though.
Right, and when
Nah,
it comes
don't do
down
that.
to like cooling the food and then reheating it. It's
Yeah.
like understanding like food safety hazards, and so it's like you can't par cook something and then just leave it out at room temp to cool down and then put it in the fridge. Like I said, you gotta put it in the fridge directly so that I can cool down all the way that like where it needs to be as quickly as it possibly can. So you know you're in less of that risk time, the temperature danger zone.
Yeah.
You know what? Come to think of it, don't par cook any seafood at all.
The only thing I would say is
shrimp.
maybe like shrimp cocktail,
Shrimp.
if you will. Yeah.
But like, yeah, you're
Well, when you
right.
do, well, that's
But
not.
that's being
that's
served
yeah,
cold.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
that's
gonna be
right.
part cooked. But like if you're doing like shrimp scampi and you're doing it for like a buffet style, you can part cook like the shrimp.
The shrimp.
And then when if you're doing it like
But like fish wise, no.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't par cook any
Nah,
type of
yeah.
fish.
Yeah, that's
Just,
that's
if you're
usually
cooking
always
that
the
bitch,
thing that's
cook it
cooked.
fully through.
You cook it fully through, and then you serve it like right away.
Yo, I'll never forget when we used to have the cod and we would break it down in fabrication.
Fish.
Yeah, fish.
Yeah, fish fabrication.
And we would have to candle it and get the cod worms out. You ever have to
I
do
never
that?
had to do
Oh
it.
Jesus.
Bruh. That was the craziest shit
That
I've
would have
ever
disgusted
seen.
the fuck out of me. I'm
'Cause
not
I was
gonna
just
pull
like,
fucking worms
wait,
out of fish and then
what?
try and eat it.
There's worms
Right.
inside this fish and they're parasites.
Right.
That's literally what you're taking out of them.
Right.
But like you gotta clean the bones out. I'm like, this is fucking wild, bro. Like when you would see the open up oysters and they would have the crabs in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Crabs and shit.
I've seen that before.
I'd be like, that's crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the word of the day, guys. Par cooking, alright?
I like that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that technique. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something that's used a lot more in like the high volume, like production setting. I feel so things like high volume restaurants, catering. You know, that's usually where you'll see
Yeah.
a lot of those applications being, or that technique being put into a lot of different applications.
Yeah, catering is definitely like par cooking, like searing off, like those are definitely like happening all the
Cause
time.
even with like a sauce, like I know you can do the base sometimes and then like finish it off with whatever else, you know what I mean? So
When you-
definitely lots of different applications.
If you have a sauce that needs to do, you need a slurry for it. If you just make a big batch of it, if you can literally make like the sauce or whatever, and then the next day reduce it down and add your slurry. Once it's ready, bang, you ready to go basically. So
No, that's a fact though.
Yeah.
You need a button. We need to get rid of
I know, Tariq, we do need to get you a button.
I don't know what should a button be for what?
It should be like
I've been thinking of something.
Word of the day.
Shit.
So what?
Dun 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 dun. Word of the day.
I should get Bella to like a drop for us, maybe.
Maybe. That's
Word
what
of
it
the
is.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cute. That was
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah,
That was so cute.
Like that.
I like that,
I
Tariq.
think that's what she sounds like.
No, she's just more like that's all.
Wow.
She's just more like
That's crazy.
huh? Bill, huh?
I already went through
She's like, please, spare me.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, Lil John.
That,
Why should take your segment like that?
no fucking cat. What the fuck is going on today? No more barking.
I'm screaming.
It's like,
Yeah,
no, it's like, no.
One shot.
Not one shot.
Thank you, Lil John, before Kayla stole my thunder. Anyway, what's going on with all these floods today, guys?
Yo, that's just crazy.
What's going on with the floods? What was going on? I'm surprised y'all wasn't swimming in the red lounge. No, that was Sunday, the day after, right? No, when did it rain?
It rained.
It was raining like
It was
all
raining,
week,
yeah,
like
all
on
week.
and off.
It was on
Yeah.
and off. It didn't rain that much
It was like
No,
Wednesday
today.
on, like Wednesday, Thursday, I feel, no, it was like almost 2 weeks ago now, cause it was the end of last week starting the, like starting the beginning of last week going in, no?
It was like Friday.
Oh, it poured. Okay, so it poured Thursday in the afternoon, and then it stopped. And then
It was like
and then Monday this
It was
week
like all day.
it rained all day.
That's when it got bad. Was
Mm.
Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, this past Monday was when it was really bad. But southern New England supposedly got the lowest amount of rainfall from that storm,
Yeah.
and they got record-breaking floods in northern New England. I actually was on the phone with somebody from Vermont today at an enterprise, and they were
Sheesh.
calling because their enterprise had gotten flooded out, and nobody could get inside of the rental cars.
Wow.
And I was just like, I don't know who to patch you through to, because this is where I live, like, we can't really help you, but it was crazy, like, I was just talking to them, and they were just like, yeah, like, where I live right now, like, thank goodness I live on a hill, and it's all just runoff, because it just doesn't stay in one place, but a lot of people had to evacuate their homes, because, like, their whole homes got flooded out.
Yeah.
And
That's wild.
That's wild to think, like, because that storm was all day though. It was
Yeah.
just like raining. Every time I would look out of the window, I'm just like, damn, it's still
Downpouring.
raining. Like, what the hell? And like, I don't know. It was just a lot.
Mhm. Down the street from my crib, it was flooded out. There was fucking cops and fire trucks and shit blocking off the whole street. 'Cause all
So
of that
imagine
shit
if it was
flooded.
like that down here. We got the lowest amount.
Right,
Imagine the
in
type of shit we
Vermont.
got up there.
Wild.
Just
So everything would have been shut out
And
right
if you're
now.
on a
Like,
hill or
everything
some
was
shit,
shut off.
all the woods and shit, the runoff from the
Mhm.
mudslides and shit.
Right.
When it gets bad, once it gets bad out here, like people lose power and stuff
Right.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
like literally South Providence, like if you guys seen the videos too, like it's just floods, like cars flowing backwards, like it does get bad. Like I remember when we were younger, like on one street it literally just like flooded the whole thing. We literally was like, yo, like Hamilton. It's funny because I drove by this day and I was like, yeah, we definitely got like floods a few times over here this past like weekend or whatever. Because like it gets bad on the south side, honestly.
And Cranston.
Cranston
Oh
too.
my god, I remember one time I lost a phone because it fell in, I was on Thayer Street, and those fucking streets that day, it was downpouring. I went to go get some cookies from fucking Insomnia. Motherfuckers, when I was coming back out to the car, I had my phone like this in my hand. I had my cookie in my other hand. My fucking dumbass, I should have switched them because I wouldn't have fucking cared about a cookie. But I went like this, and I went to get in the car, and when I went to close the door, my phone
Dropped your
slipped
shit.
because
Right-
my
right in
hand
the
was so
sewer?
wet, because it was just, it went right down in the river, fucking took it. That shit didn't go in the sewer. I thought it did. Yo, my friends are amazing too because everybody dropped what they was doing and was just searching
after-
for my fucking phone
outside?
with me.
In the rain?
In the rain, outside in the
They
rain.
found
Mind you,
it?
Thayer Street, no. They never found it, so somebody fucking found it.
How long ago was this?
Ooh, this was probably like, maybe like 4 years ago now or so. But somebody found it. They took, so I had a case where it was like the sliding ones and I had all my cards in there. They took two of my bank cards and my ID back to, there was a Chase right down the street.
Okay.
They took it to Chase. But they didn't bring my fucking phone. They took that shit for themselves. I was like, y'all are
You returned the
dickheads.
cards but not the phone.
Literally, right?
It's mirrored.
Right. I'm like, after I already fucking canceled all my cards and like made an appointment with AAA to get a fucking duplicate license already, cause like, what the fuck, like, I was on that shit, you know what I mean? I had to be, that's like my life, like I need to have those two documents so that I can do anything. But I was like, it was literally only just a few hours later, cause in the morning time the following, mind you, this was probably like, this was like late, this was maybe like 11 o'clock, maybe midnight type.
Damn.
Yeah, and then we was out there till like a couple hours, like not a couple hours, but maybe like an hour or so. By the time we got back and did whatever we had to do, I'm like, oh my god, that shit was horrible. But yeah, I can only begin to imagine. Like,
Nah, did you guys hear about the bank heist that happened?
Mm-mm.
what
What's
is
up?
nice?
Alright, so it was about like a few weeks ago, there was a big heist on Federal Hill at the Santander,
No shit.
and they stole $500,000.
Wow.
And they like, it was like a clean like getaway too. Like they got in, like and got out. Like they didn't get caught there or nothing. I think they said they're finding like the people who did it and stuff like that, but we're getting money back. But it's like they literally got in and out. Like
How many people?
I think it was like what, 4 maybe?
For $500,000 split 4 ways, it was at $25,000 each.
No. No. Wait, how did you do what?
175.
Yeah, sure it is.
What the hell?
Is it one
Screwing.
Is it 175?
175.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. 250 divided by 2.
Bro, I went to culinary school to avoid that.
125. That's what I meant to say. Not
That's what I
175.
said. I literally said 125, didn't I? Am I bugged out?
Very.
What did I say?
Anyway.
What did I say?
So yeah, about this
Run
bank
the clip
heist.
back. What did I say?
That shit was crazy though. It's on some real GTA type shit.
I was about to say that. They really on some
Right.
shit. They taking that shit to heart, bro. Like,
For
don't
real.
take things
Bro.
too personal.
Bro, I would have been gone if we did that.
Please, to be do not associate me with any of this sort of
Drew, why you playing?
tomfoolery.
Bro, first off, Tariq.
Drew done triggered the alarm.
I'm screaming.
Drew
You
was
would
like,
have.
alright, yo, we out.
Because y'all know I would have been there.
No.
You know I would have ended up
No.
being there in one way or
You
another.
would have been the nigga tripping the alarm. I'm the nigga in there using our real names. That's what
I'm the dad. Not the real name.
Let's be real. Be like, yo, Kayla, I think this bag is.
I'm being
Boom! Get the ink bag.
Oh my god.
I can't fucking say Tariq. Bro, dead ass, bro.
Caleb be mad loud. Stop yelling!
No cap. Stop using our fucking names.
Yo, that's so funny for real.
Go,
And you were yelling at all y'all.
No cap.
Like, just as fun trying to
Fucking
figure out
blind
the
as
next
shit because I
move.
got hit with an ink bomb.
Dead ass, right? Oh my god, horrible.
They
Maybe
find
with
my
goggles.
ass. No matter where I go, they find my ass because it's all on my face.
I'm
bro.
screaming. The ski mask and the
No
goggles.
cap.
That's the move. Just because of your ass with the
For real.
ink bombs.
Oh my
I'm
God,
screaming.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be too funny.
But yeah, that was a little, nice little word on the street. We just discussing little things.
We discuss nothing but happenings in the neighborhood.
Exactly, I love that.
LOL, nah, that's kind of what it's about.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Correct. But alright, how's things in, oh yeah,
Let's get our topic.
the top.
Topic of the day.
We are doing a drum roll, please.
Why do you say that?
I know. Food review. We're doing a food review.
There you go. Tariq, you should record that as a button.
What? Food review. That's
Yes.
When we do food review,
There
I
you
like
go.
that. Give me
You
some.
like- you like
Give me
that?
some.
You
Give
like
me some.
that?
I like that. Drew, what we got? What we got?
We got GG's. Everybody got
GG's.
Everybody got mac and cheese.
Oh, the mac and cheese.
It's
The
hot still.
mac and
It's
cheese.
hot. Look at that.
And Keyla got the chicken.
The chicken.
That's fair.
The chicken, the fish, the pizza. I love JK. Roast beef, chicken.
I don't know what it's gonna look like.
They throw some collard greens in there?
No.
Oh.
You just got.
What the hell?
That's all I gave you?
What the hell is this?
Some sauce.
Hey man.
Nazir, you see this? One piece of
You see
chicken
this?
and one piece of cornbread
Crazy.
and some mac and cheese. What the hell? How she get 2 pieces?
LOL.
This is crazy.
Let me get you guys some.
This is beyond me.
Perfect, good though.
Cornbread good. This is our 3rd food review.
Yeah, the first one was caprichos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What was the second one?
It was the cupcakes.
Yes, the cupcakes. Yep.
What was the name of the place? It was the place how
Sin?
far away?
Sin.
Sin, yeah, yep, Sin.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Kayla just dove in. She
Yeah.
won't show nobody and nothing. Like,
LOL.
Look at this. Thank you, Drew.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Drewski. I'm waiting for y'all.
Yeah.
You know.
Dinner.
Drew,
Dinner.
what's your official plate?
I got catfish because I was feeling extra black today. So it's like that. I haven't had fried catfish in a minute.
That's a middle right there.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
niggas eat catfish. That's all we
So I
fish.
got
Yeah.
You gotta put the hot sauce on the chicken.
Stop doing.
Kayla, hot mac and cheese.
It's good. It's seasoned well. I wish I had some crunchy on top. But that's personal preference because I'm a texture girl. I love me some crunch, but I got the fried chicken.
It's busting. Oh, you didn't try it?
About the bus.
Let me try it on the.
Fried catfish. What's your catfish?
Yeah, try it.
I'm gonna be going in shit.
I need some ASMR, man.
Delectable.
Give me some ASMR.
French screaming!
This is the cornbread.
If you Yo, if you guys are watching the video at this point,
Okay.
Drew, wow. I cannot stand you.
Come on, Terry. My turn. Give us some ASMR.
Yeah, he took the camera
I'm screaming.
Come on, Kayla. We need it. We need it, bro.
I'm crying right now.
The mac and cheese is okay.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think yours is better?
Yeah.
Let me try it now.
Yo, Treek, you've been missing bites.
Because it's like.
Actually, green.
Every time mine is pretty.
No, fuck me. Smells good though.
It's good. Like, I feel like I don't really expect too much.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, alright, so this is what I'm gonna say about that. As a chef, it's so fucking hard to, like, eat food. I cannot! What is wrong with you, Drew? There's so much wrong with you.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. What I was trying to say was the fact that as a chef, it's so hard not to be so critical. You know what I mean? And I have to remind myself that. So that's kind of why I say, like, I don't really expect too much, right? Like,
Exactly.
I can't have my expectations too high because then when they're low, I'm mad.
So the bechamel on this is type trash. I don't know hold it. It could definitely be like a thicker bechamel. I think like they used a thin ass fucking Mornay and then just compensated with a bunch of cheese.
Yeah, that's why I said the flavor is good. You know, like at least it has some flavor.
The cornbread is fire.
Yeah.
Cornbread is fire. I can rock with cornbread.
You can't make more better cornbread than that.
I can make cornbread, but cornbread is fire.
Tastes like Jiffy.
No, the cornbread is like cake.
Mm-hmm.
Cake.
I love the cornbread. I can rock with the cornbread.
But it's cornbread rock with you.
Huh?
Does the cornbread rock with you?
They always want to rock.
No, but it's a little good munch.
Nice little thing. I like it.
You fucking want it?
Do you think it's worth the price? Joe?
How much
For
How much
I'm
you
gonna pay
pay?
like 40 beans
$40 for all this?
for all this. I don't think it's that bad. And it's a mom and pop shop. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local.
I think it's good.
The skin on the chicken, crack.
Yeah, the skin is crispy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me get that.
Bussin'.
Chicken's pretty good. Can't really get over chicken like that.
Alright. So,
What do you think of the fish?
the fish actually I do like.
Yeah.
Here, I'll break it in half. Both of them.
That was low piece for me.
That was real fast. I'm trying to cut it.
Nice.
A little under seasoned, but you know.
Yeah.
A little dry maybe.
That's
Alright, so I don't
It has been sitting there too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Steaming.
Because I thought the same about the chicken. Sorry, Tariq. I thought the same about the chicken, but it has been sitting there for a minute. So if it was like when if we had dogged it when it was pulled up,
Yeah,
it probably would have been so good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I don't eat catfish like that, so I'm like,
I like catfish. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna hold you. Like,
I like fish. Period. Like,
Yeah.
catfish nuggets too. When they make them into nuggets, oh my god.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh hell yeah.
That's little.
I don't know, fish is always weird when you're frying it too.
Yeah.
Like, we have like whitefish, like catfish, like tilapia, stuff like that. Like, it's weird, just like the way when you're frying yourself. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but no, it's not bad. The rating, what would you give it?
The fish, overall, the food, I give it a solid 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, I would too.
6.
Yeah.
6.5 maybe.
6.5. Yeah,
Why?
I feel 6.5.
I think the cornbread's like, the cornbread's definitely the best part. Like, I like the cornbread.
Cornbread is cake, bro.
Corn cake, cornbread,
That's how they draw you in.
egg.
It's super sweet.
They got me.
Right. They said they got me.
I gotta have like 2 more pieces, honestly. There it is.
Why he say 2 more pieces and look at our shit?
Mine's off with this.
Cause it's gonna be like life. I want your cornbread.
Yeah, right.
No, I won't put water.
You don't want watermelon with that too? Cool.
Wow, that was racist.
Horrible.
No bullshit though, that I did want to try Gigi's though, even though it's like literally in walking distance. I haven't tried it. So yeah.
I know, when I seen y'all coming around the corner, I was like, they wouldn't go walking. I was proud of you guys for getting a little physical activity in your
Bro, this motherfucker, tell her what you
It was
said.
his idea, right?
No, it was my idea.
It was your idea.
Yeah.
Surprisingly though, right?
Surprisingly to me, because you said
You
you the one
you
who
was
said
going
you like
straight
to
for the
walk.
I do
You
like to
was-
walk.
He walked what, like an hour something?
I do walk. I do
2
like to
hours
walk.
or something?
No, I
Something
do like to
crazy?
No,
Like you
no.
walk from the kitchen to
No,
the
we walk, he was like, yo,
Oh, well.
he was like, yo, you gotta come with me to get the bus. Like, alright. We walk outside and I'm just thinking, alright, we get in the car, I'm gonna drive around the corner. He's like, what are you doing? We walking. I was like, oh, alright. I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, it is around the corner.
Wasting gas for that around the
No,
corner.
but
shit.
I was like, it is around the corner, so you know.
And it's nice as fuck outside.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
we'll walk. Actually went on a walk yesterday afternoon with Shorty after she came home from work. It was nice to end the day with that, you know. Look, the sun was setting, the day was cooling down a little bit, like,
Why am I already seeing Halloween candy? No bullshit.
I'm dead.
Where?
I went to the boulevard too for the walk by the wall and I thought
Walmart.
about like going there, like when I used to go there for Halloween, because I always knew there was candy.
Bro, I'm telling you. Halloween coming out crazy. We gotta do something crazy this year.
No.
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 What's wrong with
I
you?
don't know, what should I dress up as?
I don't know.
Hmm.
We're going to the music concert for Halloween.
When is that?
Halloween.
On Halloween?
Yeah.
Say that. I'll check it out tomorrow.
You're not going.
I
You're just a habitual liar. Did I use that word right? Did I use that word
will. You call me a bitch.
right? You're a
Okay,
bad
a
liar.
liar.
Oh wow.
In
Oh my
1
God.
second.
Alright, end the show.
He needs to leave.
Can we end the show with a shot at least?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Alright,
I didn't-
let's
I
get
did
out of
not
here.
agree to that.
Don't agree.
Wow.
Anyway, last time I fucking ate and then took a shot, you seen what happened to me.
Oh, yeah, for your birthday?
Yeah.
You
Whoa,
blacked
whoa.
out, you threw up.
Well, it's just one shot. It's okay.
They had me dogging that lasagna. That was the last thing I remember, bro. And then
I bet you don't want lasagna anymore for a minute.
bro, and it wasn't even like the lasagna was the problem. It was
Right.
just like, you know when you're just super sauced and you just dogging something and you're like, yo, this don't even feel right.
It doesn't
Like,
sit right.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's when I was just like, alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then next thing you know, I remember blacking and waking up
Mm-hmm.
in my room. Yeah.
He was like, thanks, Tariq. It's the Chef Tariq show.
You brought him home to read.
That's how you know I'm sauced, kid.
Aw,
He's like, of course, it's the Chef Tariq show.
I'm dead.
I was that sauce.
That sauce, you don't remember.
Yeah, you were.
And then what, 2 years prior, I was super sauce too.
Yeah, you were.
I
You
gotta
just
start
always
getting-
sauce.
I gotta start getting drunk on my birthday.
I
You
mean,
gotta tell to your friends who are peer pressuring you.
All y'all. Like y'all right now.
All y'all.
what are you talking
All
about?
is a lot. Excuse me.
What man? What's wrong?
Bro, we took one shot. Bro, we took one shot. Bro, every time we have drinks, we be like drinking that. We be drunk. Alright. Like, we took one. Like, come on, man.
So now we know why Tariq looks forward to every Wednesday. Anyway.
Yo, he laughs because he knows it's true.
That's not why I look forward to Wednesday, alright? But yeah, Kayla, take us out, right?
Sorry,
No, we gonna do a shot. We gonna do a shot.
We're not gonna toast that, man. Like,
Yeah.
pour up on
Pour
like,
up.
on socials or
Pull it
something.
up, pull it up.
Alright, so Kayla, tell them where they can find me.
Alright, well, y'all can find me on Instagram. Well, wait, first, here, of course, on the Missing Pop podcast every week with my amazing friends.
Why you say it like somebody had a gun to your head or something?
Oh,
Nobody
wait, no,
got a
here.
gun to my
She said,
head.
oh, wait,
no, here.
Because I have to say the MPP first, you feel me?
No cap, no cap.
And then after that, of course, you guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Soya_Keyla, COE_KEYLA. And then on Instagram too at Liquid Gold, Liquid_GLD. Yeah, I'll be back here next week with my amazing friends. Next week is my week. What should I do for a drink next week, yo?
Should make a drink out of this.
I should make a drink out of that. That's a great idea, actually, Tariq.
You want to? It'll be here.
Honestly, I might just. Bet. Say less.
Y'all like that shit.
It was interesting to
Let's
do
try
like
it,
a
why
little.
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
Just
like
a little
that.
variation
That's
of
why we're
it.
here.
Right.
Y'all like that.
I do.
Anyway, you can meet, you can find me on IG with the Mixing Pot Podcast. Stop playing. You know where we be at every Wednesday, coming live on Fridays, right? Anywhere you can get your podcast.
What? No.
I thought it goes live on Fridays.
Well, yeah, it's live. It goes up live on Friday. It goes live on Wednesday on Twitch. What are you talking about?
I said something correct.
Yeah.
He's just trying to overcorrect what I
Yeah.
said. Okay. Thank you. Finish your back. Finish your back. That's some good mac and cheese. I paid good money for that. Anyway, you can find me also on IG at I Love You Drew. I_Love You Drew. Also at Second Human on IG as well. Yeah, I have things coming up. A photo shoot. What's that? Hello?
No, I thought they'd be
Hello? Anyway, I got photo shoots and all that good stuff. Keyla still hasn't gotten in contact with me with that other photographer, so it's just like,
Bruh.
is it happening? Is
Wow.
it not? Like, I don't even
I forgot
know.
about that shit too.
Tariq needs to update his profiles and bios and
He
take
does.
some fire fit pics. Like, I don't even know what
His
he
personal
on.
page, yeah.
He talking about he don't want to boost up his personal page, but I'm on that ass.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's where you
Tariq,
can find
can't
us.
take things so personally when we try to give you some advice.
Yeah, Tariq.
Up
It's
in
the
your
It's the
Just
first,
like,
Instagram
just
feed.
like
the first time I'm even hearing of this.
Just like when when I told you to finish up the Mac, don't take it too personally. I just paid good money for that. Feel me? So eat up.
How much looks like you do?
Yeah.
Yo, yo. That shit go hard. I don't care. Eggplants and peaches. Peaches and eggplants. Alright, where can they find you at, Chef Ricky Greek?
You can find me at cheftrick.com on Instagram and TikTok. Cheftrick411 on Facebook, Cheftrick on YouTube. The Mixing Pot Podcast, MXNG on Instagram and TikTok. Twitch, Cheftrick _CO22. Mixing it with Cheftrick every Sunday at 11 a.m. We have DJ Chrome, Zay, whatever he likes to be called.
Yep.
That's my guy. And then right after we will have going to be at Red Lounge Friday night 6 to 10 p.m. Saturday night 6 to 10 p.m. Sunday afternoon 2 to 6 p.m. We got DJ D1 in the building on the ones and twos for our day party. So make sure you guys come out. Hopefully, if the weather holds up this week, 'cause it's supposed to like rain and thunderstorm. So hopefully, if it holds up, we'll be outside. If not, we're gonna be inside. That's all good. Just come out, eat some great wings, have some fire buffalo chicken dip,
Oh yeah.
have some amazing vegetarian buffalo, not buffalo, breaded cauliflower nuggets. I switched it from the wings to the nuggets
Okay.
because they're smaller. But you know,
Yep. Yep.
it works, right?
Yeah.
It works.
Wings and nuggets, everybody loves nuggets.
Exactly.
Hey, all sorts.
Literally.
Down.
Come out, have some good hookah, have some great drinks, enjoy the vibes. There's also a DJ battle on Friday night. It's DJ Jeffrey versus DJ Ronnie Ron. So make sure you come out Friday. Just come out Friday. Come to the Red Lounge all weekend, alright? It's gonna be a great time. Just come out.
Is there such thing as bad hookah?
What is that?
Oh no, they smoke food like that.
Because you said come out and have good hookah, but like I've never heard of anyone having bad hookah.
I mean, if it's not done right,
I was
heard
gonna
some
say, if
people-
it's not packed right,
I
yeah.
heard some people be like, oh, this
That shit
isn't
don't be
done
busted.
right. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, shit don't be busting if it's not packed right.
But alright, guys, cheers it up.
Oh, word, cheers.
Cheers it up to I'm trying to get that cheese off that foil, bro.
Yeah, cheers.
Take us out of here, Drewski.
Yes, yo. Till next week.
Take us out, yo. Get us out of here. We're gone.
Yeah. Type shit.